5 tips for getting more photography clients. Are you struggling to book clients? And it seems like no matter what you do, you just can't seem to get anyone to book you.
Come on down here and I want to tell you, I'll do anything.
Well, here are my 5 biggest tips to get more paying clients in front of your camera. Number 1, know your ideal client. Number 2, be relentless. Number 3, be human. Number 4, tell people what to do. And number 5, don't get advice from people who haven't done it. 5 is really important. I'm going to go into that. It applies to all of them. But let's start with number 1.
It's showtime.
Hello, I am Mike Lloyd. I run a multi-6-figure studio here in Silicon Valley, California. I frickin' love shooting boudoir, and I love that I get to make money doing it. It's been a grind. I put in a stupid number of hours over the years to get my business to where it is today, but I could not imagine doing anything else. I effing love this.
I feel real good about myself, you know what I mean?
And yeah, it was really hard in the beginning and for a long time to get paying clients because I didn't really know what I was doing. And I read every marketing book and listened to podcasts. And like in theory, I knew what I was supposed to be doing. But until I actually applied these principles and cracked that code, it was like crickets. It was enough that I could get by. I mean, okay, I was still making 6 figures a year for several years. But here in the Bay Area, like that's still almost poverty level, which I know is nuts if you live in a part of the country where $100,000 like affords you a house and you can support your family and go on vacations and everything else. That just doesn't fly in Silicon Valley. So I guess my opinion's a little biased. I had a much bigger challenge because I had to make a lot more money in order to be able to support myself. But I'm thankful I had that pressure. It's got me to where I am today. Number 1 is knowing your ideal client. So important, because if you aren't speaking to the person that you want to book you, they're not going to listen. When you think about religious protesters who are out on like school campuses and at festivals and stuff, and they've got all the signs that are like, you're all going to burn, and they're just shouting at everyone, they're not talking to anyone. Certainly no one that wants to listen to that. And that's what your marketing is like if you don't talk to your ideal client.
Oh no!
You're basically an angry religious protester if you're not speaking to your ideal client because it's a different language. It's speaking to different wants and needs, and you can learn those things and everything is going to change for you. So for example, if your portfolio is full of 20-year-old white Instagram models, and you're talking about how much fun it is to like glam up for the day and be a fashion model and take all these gorgeous photos, you're probably not going to resonate with the 50-year-old Japanese mom who doesn't look like the 20-year-old Instagram model who doesn't want to be a fashion model for a day. She just wants to feel pretty and prioritize herself without feeling guilty because she's a full-time working mom and she never gets that opportunity. You know, her days are in business attire and then yoga pants. She never gets to have her hair and makeup done, except that one time she was a bridesmaid at a friend's wedding. So when you can speak to those needs with that client, you're in, because then they're going to read your content and be like, oh, this person gets me. That person looks like me in the photo, and the things they write speak to me. So when you know your ideal client, they're going to connect with that by seeing the kinds of photos they could see themselves in. And then the content you write will actually resonate with them because it speaks to their wants and needs. So it's really important to know who it is so you know who you're talking to. Number 2, be relentless. This is where most business owners fail, especially photographers, because you run one set of Instagram ads and don't book anybody, and then suddenly you're angry at the world, Instagram ads don't work, and you quit. But that's not you because you know better than that. You have to be relentless. One of the things I learned from one of my first coaches is marketing is on a 90-day cycle. Yes, we can run flash sales over a weekend. We can do quick book me campaigns, but generally your content will book 90 days out. Plan for that. So when you start writing social media posts, when you start working on SEO, when you've built up a blog, when you do vendor marketing, when you have all these other ways to bring in clients, you're probably not going to book a ton of clients right away. But if you expect it to happen 90 days from now, in 90 days, you're going to have bookings, but you've never stopped marketing. And so you might have a little bit of a lag time in the beginning, but now, as long as you continue marketing, you're going to continue bringing in clients. So Again, yes, there are things that will bring in clients instantly, but that's not generally how the game works. We need to be constantly staying in front of our clients, constantly posting in our Facebook groups, on our Instagram feed, emailing your list, having a group, having an Instagram feed, having an email list, all of these things to stay in front of our clients. So when the time is right and they're ready to book, we are top of mind and available to help them. Be relentless. It's a never-ending game. And if you're like, I don't want to do that, that sounds awful, you can outsource it. I have a social media manager who writes all of my content, who does my email marketing. I have somebody else who manages my ads. I've done it in the past. I book clients. I'm good at it. It's a bunch of my time. I don't want to spend doing that. I'd rather be here in the studio shooting clients, which is how I get paid. So I outsource that, and you can do the same as well. Number 3 is be human. Nobody responds to salesy robot talk, period. If it sounds like an infomercial, we don't want it, right? When you're human and you expose parts of yourself, let me specify, we're not like a flasher, trench coat exposing ourselves, but when you are vulnerable and talk about vulnerability and share things that are deeper than just wanting to look pretty, people will see the authenticity in that and they'll want to be a part of that tribe.
They're just not open to the experience.
Because there's so much fake everything everywhere. We want to feel something, and we want to be around people who are real, who are genuine, who are authentic. And you can't fake that, right? You can't fake authenticity. That's an oxymoron. So be human. When you write your content, share some of the days you're not feeling great and like what you do for self-care. You know, talk about times that you've made mistakes or things that you've learned from your own life experiences. Don't whine, don't rant, don't blame people, don't be negative, but you can take that negativity and turn it into a positive, and you can invite other people into your world. Like, hey, I'm having a rough day, struggling to stay motivated. What do you guys do on the hard days? And make that an Instagram story and let people tell you what they do. Maybe you don't get many responses at first. Cool. Keep sharing different kinds of content. Share your favorite kinds of food, what you do with your family, where you go on vacations, like things about yourself, because no one is hiring you because you have a fancy camera. They're hiring you because of who you are and what you can do for them. So be real, be somebody that they can connect with, and that's going to really change your marketing game. So in being human, we're making real connections with our clients. And I want to share something that I did not anticipate when I first got into photography, especially boudoir. As a heterosexual male shooting boudoir, it's really important to me to maintain boundaries. You know, I'm not inviting my clients out for drinks. You know, we've swapped phone numbers because we've done consult calls in a business transaction, but I'm not just like texting them on the weekends to hang out or whatever. But because I've created this space and they've come in here and they've felt safe and comfortable and we've shared that experience, I get invited to my clients, you know, birthday parties and kids' birthday parties, which was crazy the first time somebody invited me to their child's birthday party. They had like a bounce house and a pony. It was a ton of fun hanging out with the grown-ups there.
We're gonna have some laughs.
But like, that's the kind of relationship that we can build with our clients. My own birthday party this year was spent with clients because enough of them reached out and they're like, hey, what are you doing on your birthday? If you don't have plans, let's hang out. And I just like got everyone together and we went out and celebrated. And it was so cool because we've built these human connections. It's a pretty darn cool thing. So I'm stoked for you to get to do that also. But you got to be human first. All right, number 4, tell people what to do. This is another huge mistake I see in marketing, and it could be why your marketing isn't working. Tell people what you want them to do. Do you want them to opt into your email list? Do you want them to download a guide? Do you want them to book a consultation? Do you want them to reach out and book a shoot? Do you want them to join your Facebook group? What do you want them to do? Because if all of your content is just sharing things, that's great, but you have to actually invite them into your world and tell them what the next step is. You know, have you been curious about doing a boudoir session, but you're not really sure if it's for you? No worries. Click on my calendar link below. Let's schedule a call, and I'm happy to answer any questions. This isn't a sales call. I'm not going to try and sell you anything. Let's just chat. Something simple like that, or like not sure what you'd even wear to a boudoir session. Download this guide on the 10, best outfits for any body type, and then people can get on your email list that way. But you have to tell them what you want them to do, and those actions should be aligned with your client lifecycle, your sales funnel. So do you want them to subscribe to an email list, join a Facebook group? Do you want them to book a call? Do you want them to book a shoot? Where are they in that process? Move them to the next phase of the process.
Perhaps you would be kind enough to enlighten me.
And don't worry about feeling pushy. This is another thing. Photographers I hear from all the time, they're like, well, I did a Facebook Live last week and I told them to join my email list, so I'm not going to post about it for like 2 more months. And I'm like, no, every single message can be like, hey, and if you are already part of the group, jump over to my group. Or, if you haven't already downloaded the guide, get this wardrobe planning guide. Be relentless. We're going back to point number 2, because not everyone is going to see any or all of your content. In fact, it's like 2 to 5% of people on Facebook will see your content. Same thing on Instagram. Really low percentage of people will actually see the messages. So you might be saying the same thing 5 days in a row, but most people are only going to hear that message once. And if they really want to hear from you anyway, they don't care if they've heard 2 or 3 times this week that you want them to join the Facebook group. Maybe they were busy the first 2 times, and the third time they're like, oh yeah, totally forgot. Let me do that right now. And now they're in because they heard it a third time. So it's going to seem really annoying to you because you're the one involved in all these messages, but no one is going to hear every one of those messages. So you have to be relentless and tell them what to do. And number 5, do not take advice from people who haven't done what you want to do. This is one of the biggest lessons I learned from my mentor. I already knew it, but the way he phrased it is so much better. His name is Greg Reed. And he said, seek counsel, not opinion. Opinion comes from inexperience and it comes from fear. Counsel comes from experience and expertise. So if you want to be a photographer, and you go ask your non-photographer friends, hey, I'm thinking about starting a business. What do you think I should do? Well, they're going to tell you just to stay in a job because there's job security and benefits, and no one's really going to hire you. Everyone has a fancy camera. There's no need for any of that because they don't know. They're coming from a place of fear. They don't understand what we do, and it's not for them. Whereas if you go to a photographer who's making several $100,000 a year photographing clients, they're going to give you an entirely different answer.
Exactly what I've been saying.
And I don't know about you, but if I want to learn how to publish a book, I'm not going to go ask my neighbor who's never published a book. I'm going to get on the New York Times bestseller list. I'm going to follow every one of those authors on social media, and I'm going to message all of them and see if I can't send them coffee, Starbucks gift card, something, and get some advice and counsel. So seek counsel, not opinion. If someone hasn't done it, you don't want their advice because at that point, it's just theory. There you go. Those are my 5 biggest tips when it comes to marketing to help you get more paying clients. 1, know who your client is. You can't talk to them if you don't know who they are and what they want to hear. Number 2, be relentless. Send the messages over and over and over again. It never stops. Number 3, be human. We're here to engage with people, to connect with people, to build relationships. Embrace that. Number 4, tell people what to do. If you want them to join your email list, join your Facebook group, book a consult, book a shoot, tell them over and over and over again until they take action. And number 5, don't listen to people who haven't done it. So you got this. I know you're going to crush it. These things are totally going to change your marketing game. I can already feel it. If you want to learn more about marketing, I've got videos on Instagram, on Facebook, on email, all different ways to get paying clients in your door. So be sure to subscribe and watch those videos. See you there.